What's up? On se retrouve pour un nouvel entraînement bench où est-ce que je vais m'entraîner pour essayer d'atteindre mon objectif de 2 plates. Et oui, c'est un gros objectif, mais qui va me rendre fier. Je vous dérange pas plus longtemps, je vous amène avec moi dans mon entraînement. Let's go! J'espère que la vidéo va vous plaire. Moi, je m'échauffe, barre à vide, 45 livres là-bas. Petit échauffement. Voilà, un petit échauffement, simple et efficace. Deuxième barre d'échauffement, 115 livres. Après ça, je passe sur une plate. 115 livres. OK. Mettons, si je veux que ça soit une bonne séance, il faudrait que je fasse 2 reps avec une plate de chaque bord. Mais je me sens un peu fatigué. Donc, je sais pas ce que ça va donner, mais qui ne tente rien n'a rien. Donc, je le tente pareil. Puis si c'est un échec, ben, c'est un échec, mais faut que ça soit une win.
Get to mile 15, I turn around, and the demons start to creep in. That inevitable wall's creeping up on me. When you push so hard, something's about to give. And I start to give. My mind started to break down. I started to feel my legs starting to hurt. I started feeling dehydrated. Started feeling sorry for myself. Started looking around. No one knows I'm fucking out here running. So I can go ahead and just stop. And that's when I feel like a little bitch. And this is when your mind has to fucking change. You gotta start thinking, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. Your dehydration? Fuck it. Get out of your head and stay home. Fuck off. It might be April where you are.
J'avais dit que j'étais fatigué.
And you're expecting nice weather and shit.
2 séries de 2 à 3 répétitions. Mettons 3, ça serait quand même j'étais une bonne perte. Il y a 120 livres. Au total.
So, the struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder. I was out yesterday, getting after it. That one of the best runs I've had in a long time. PR'd that bitch. So, no one cares what you did yesterday. It only matters to do it today. Those who take me literally, so, I'm a cheerleader for those who want to be better. Not for those who want to stay the same. Stay home. Most of this generation quits the second they get talked to. You did this wrong, you did this wrong, or they get yelled at. It's so easy to be great nowadays, because everybody else is, most people are weak.
Faut que je le refasse.
This is a softened generation. So if you have any mental toughness, any ability, if you have any fraction of self-discipline, the ability to not want to do it but still do it, if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
What is it with our society? We are creating weak individuals. Individuals that can't handle anything going wrong in their life. As soon as something goes wrong, they are given a prescription, not to fix the problem, to mask the problem.
Next series, next set, il y a 115, 110. J'ai enlevé 2,5 livres de chaque bord. 2 séries de 5 à 6 répétitions. C'est quand même pas pire encore une fois.
moment they are criticized, rather than take any of it on board, rather than prove any of those people wrong, they give up. They attempt to defend the criticism with useless talk, but never with definitive action. The moment they are challenged, they crumble. The moment things get hard, they declare defeat. It must not be for me. It was their fault. If they didn't do this or treat me like this or say this, then I would have made it. No, you're just soft. You're weak.
Ok, je passe à des dumbbell fly.
Because until
Fly,
you
fly,
do that,
comme on appelle ça,
until
première
you
fois que je
look
fais
at the
ça.
mirror and acknowledge
Donc,
that you
si
are
vous
the
avez
problem,
des techniques à
you'll
me
never
suggérer
be
en
able to
commentaire,
grow
faites-le.
into the
Parce que
person that is capable
je suis
of
un petit
achieving
débutant,
all
moi,
those
là-dedans.
things you want. You are the problem. The
Comme ça.
only problem. Your mindset is the problem. Your attitude is the problem. It is no one else's fault, it's yours. If you want the good news, you are also the solution. You and only you. If you have character, that statement will change your life. If you have no character, you'll remain an average complaining hater like most other people. You are your only problem, and you are the only solution. Sure, big things happen. Tragic loss, things which no one would deserve. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about the people who are one job loss away from a
Deuxième série.
breakdown. One relationship breakup
Je
away
sais que c'est
from
pas gros ce que je
depression.
prends. Je prends des
One
dîners, mais
argument ruins their
je vais pas me
entire week.
concentrer sur la bonne
Come on,
forme
people.
que
This is not how to
c'est
live.
beaucoup trop lourd pour moi.
Even with the big stuff, if you have perspective, if you know who you are, if you really, really appreciate everything you do have, and believe everything is as it should be, all of those big things can be handled much better. Knowing your loved one would want you to be happy and move on. Knowing that living in pain and holding on to resentment is letting that person who did you wrong win. But letting go and living your life, loving your life, that is you saying, I
Je suis clairement trompé, c'est 3
that is
séries.
you saying, I
Et
will
non
not
2.
allow you to
Là, j'ai décidé de
hold
passer à
any
15 livres pour voir.
any piece of my mind and spirit. That is true courage and mental strength. And I'm not saying avoid pain. Pain, suffering, failures, they are all part of every single person's life. There's varying levels of pain for sure. Some suffer more than others, but we all suffer at some level. Some choose consciously or unconsciously to live in that pain, and some decide to move on. You deserve to move on. Mental strength comes from those struggles. It is formed from pain. It is increased when you refuse to give up at times when most others would. It grows when you keep going, when things seem impossible. It grows when you push.
Next exercice. Bon, en fait, là, je fais juste des pectoraux, là. Mais avec les haltères.
Excuses are for weak individuals, individuals who have no heart. Take responsibility for where you are now and commit to do something, anything, whatever it takes to make sure your future is better. You do have the choice. You can make excuses and stay where you are, or you can take responsibility. Take action. And
Deuxième
get
série.
where you need to go, where you deserve to go. What do you choose?
Depression's not real. Feeling depressed is real. So you can feel depressed, but you feel depressed, and that is a natural biological evolutionary trigger for you to change something in your life. If I went to jail today, I'd be depressed because I'm in jail. I haven't caught depression. I don't have a disease. I'm just upset with my situation. So, for a lot of people, your life is depressing. A lot of you out there, if you're sitting there and you say you suffer from depression, you probably live a depressing life. You probably live a depressing life. So, if I was you, I'd be depressed. But if you were me, you'd be happy. You know what would solve depression for most poor people? $1 million in the bank. Why the famous people kill themselves? And I say, well, I know you think you outsmarted me, but I'm Andrew Tate. And I have the answer. The reason is twofold. This absolute acceptance of depression and acceptance of weakness. When you accept anything, to a degree you're promoting. Weakness is promoting now and then, right? Yeah. So let's take Robin Williams as an example. Robin Williams killed himself.
I was just going to say him.
Yeah. Robin Williams, right? Famous. He could be back in 19-year-olds for the rest of his life. Multi-millionaire. Everyone loves him. How could he possibly kill himself? I'll tell you why. Because when he walked into the therapist's office and said, I feel depressed, the therapist said, okay, here's some mind-altering drugs. Start taking these. And then I need to see you 6 hours a day, every day, and we're going to talk about sad things for the next 10 years. He was in therapy for 10 years. If I had to take mind-altering drugs and talk about sad shit for 6 hours a day for 10 years, I'd kill myself. But if he would have walked into the therapist's office and the therapist said to him, you're Robin Williams. There are people in the world with no food. Yeah. There are families in Syria. There are school buses being bombed in Yemen. There are people who lost their entire family in a car crash today. You're Robin Williams and everyone you love is in perfect health. You're a selfish idiot. Get out
Workout is done. Le posing est fini. Fait que ça veut dire que c'est une fin de vidéo. Si vous avez aimé la vidéo, n'hésitez pas à me le faire comprendre en likant, en vous abonnant et en activant la cloche. Ça soutient la chaîne puis moi ça me dit que vous aimez mon contenu tout simplement. Bref, nous autres on se revoit dans une nouvelle vidéo d'entraînement prochainement. Puis ciao!